This is your news report, second stimulus check update and stimulus package update for November 23rd. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. AS News reports that January 20th could be a key date for a new round of payments. The article goes on to say that depending on whether Congress can hammer out a deal in the next couple of weeks, Americans may have to wait until January 20th, Inauguration Day, to see stimulus being passed. NBC News reports that Joe Biden is the winner in Michigan, and the president-elect leads Trump by over 150,000 votes. Fox News also reports that GSA chief informs President-elect Biden that a formal transition process can begin. U.S. General Services Administration Chief Emily Murphy informed President-elect Joe Biden on Monday that her agency has formally called him the winner of the 2020 presidential election. The letter effectively ends a week-long standoff in which the Biden transition team accused Emily Murphy and her agency of withholding critical transition resources needed for a smooth transfer of power. But still, President Trump has yet to concede the 2020 election, and Governor Cuomo of New York is calling on Congress to extend unemployment benefits. With all of us breaking news, when exactly will we get our second stimulus check? To find out, be sure to stay until the end of the video. And also, make sure to subscribe to my channel, click the notifications bell, and let's get this video to 1,000 likes if you think that Congress needs to pass a second stimulus check before Christmas. On this channel, I always provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information, so be sure to subscribe and click the bell. Now first, let's take a look at what Governor Cuomo said about unemployment extension and stimulus payments to help the U.S. economy and New Yorkers.
Federal stimulus comes out that doesn't include aid for states and cities, and could that even include maybe even job cuts in the public sector?
If the federal government does not provide relief, state and local aid, belt tightening, it would be going from a 42 to a 29, okay, to stick with your analogy. I don't really know the relevance of that, but it sounds good. 44 to a 29 waste. You would have to do tax increases, government cuts, and borrow, and layoffs, and you would still have a long-term issue. You'd have to do all of the above. Let's say the number's about 50 billion. Go to the highest income tax in the United States of America. How much do you think it makes us? $1.5 billion, $2 billion tops. Highest income tax in America. We're second highest now. We'd go higher than California. $2 billion tops. Okay, now you need another 48 billion. So you'd have to do all of the above.
Put it another way, just how vital is that stimulus?
Oxygen. It's oxygen. I had all the governors on the phone. I'm chairman of the National Governors Association. It's every state. And also there's a broader point. One of the governors said, he was exactly right. We were briefing Joe Biden. If as goes the states, goes the nation. You can't say to 50 states, go bankrupt, without saying to the nation, go bankrupt. It's a problem for every state. If they don't fund the states, I think you'll see a national recession. And do you really want me to lay off essential workers? You know who the essential workers are? They're the teachers, the police, the healthcare workers who are supposed to be doing this new vaccine process, which is going to be an operational nightmare.
Local news reports that Governor Andrew Cuomo is calling congressional leaders to renew or extend unemployment for Americans, many of which will expire just days after Christmas. Since the start of the pandemic, New York State has paid more than $55 billion in unemployment benefits to 3.8 million New Yorkers, representing 26 years worth of benefits. Currently, 1.2 million New Yorkers are receiving PUA and 682,000 are receiving PEUC. Both programs will expire at the end of 2020. Governor Cuomo has called on Congress to extend or renew the following programs through the end of the federal fiscal year 2021, and that is PUA, PEUC, FPUC, support for state UI trust funds, just to name a few. My message to our American government is to pass the stimulus. Congress has no time to waste. They must pass the stimulus and extend the unemployment benefits. If you agree with my message, then leave a comment down below saying I agree. AS News also reports that the final hope for Americans that are suffering financially from the economic hardship by the pandemic should expect to see a second round of stimulus check in 2021. Congress will home for Thanksgiving and will be in recess for the rest of the week, leaving any possible negotiations on hold for the time being. When the lawmakers return, they will need to negotiate funding for the government to avoid a government shutdown before Christmas. If that were to happen, it would complicate an already difficult transition of power as President Trump refuses to concede. And the vast majority of Republican lawmakers still refuse to acknowledge publicly that Joe Biden is the president-elect. When Joe Biden is sworn in as the 46th president on January 20th, he will have a lot on his desk that will need tackling. Biden is already putting together his cabinet and preparing to deal with the issues that are confronting the US, primarily the pandemic and the economic consequences that it has brought, although he will need to get it through both chambers of Congress. Depending on the direness of the economic situation in 2 months' time, this may be a hard slog as the expected to be Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has said that he does not feel that such a measure is necessary. Remember folks, Democrats want to pass a bigger stimulus package, somewhere near the $2 trillion range, but the Republicans, specifically Senate Leader Mitch McConnell, want to pass nothing more than $500 billion in a stimulus bill that would not include our stimulus checks. AS News goes on to say that the HEROES Act, passed by the House of Representatives twice, has included another round of stimulus payments along the same lines as the CARES Act. Democrats' first bill died in the Senate from Mitch McConnell, and the second has been languishing since it was passed in October, as the Democrats work to find common ground with the White House, who said they could get enough Republicans behind the bill to get it to pass. In order to get relief funds to Americans under the Biden administration, there may need to be some adjustments made, but it's just all speculation until there are hard numbers on paper. NBC News also declares Joe Biden the winner in Michigan. The Michigan State Board voted Monday to certify the results of the state's presidential election, in which President-elect Joe Biden prevailed, a major blow to President Trump's withering effort to contest the outcome. Should President Trump concede the election and let Joe Biden be our 46th president? With that being said, everybody, that's all the news in regards to our second stimulus check and second stimulus package. If you found this video useful, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. That way you'll never miss all the newest and most up-to-date, reliable stimulus check information. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Until next time, have a great day.